Chosen one, listen closely. Someone near you is already planning your downfall. They've been watching, studying your kindness, waiting for one mistake to strike. And you don't even know the game has started. In this video, I'll break down 3 stages of how they trap you, 5 red flags they can't hide, and the one move they're waiting for you to make that will give them everything. But first, if you've ever felt like you're under attack, if people around you suddenly shift, or if your gut feels off, type ICIT in the comments. Because what I'm about to show you will change how you see everyone. That weird silence when you walk into a room, those fake smiles that don't reach the eyes, the random jokes that sting a little too much. You're not paranoid. You're waking up, and they're terrified. The 3 stages of ATTK, the attack on chosen ones, happens in 3 distinct stages. And understanding these stages is the difference between being a victim and being victorious. Stage 1. The study phase. This is where they watch you. They're not your enemy yet. They might not even know they're going to become your enemy. But something about your energy, your peace, your confidence, it bothers them. They start asking questions. How do you stay so calm? Where does your strength come from? You're so lucky to have such clarity. But here's the thing, they're not asking because they want to learn. They're asking because they want to find your source so they can either tap into it or cut it off. I remember Sarah, a client of mine, told me about her coworker who suddenly became very interested in her morning routine. What time do you wake up? What do you do first? Do you pray? Do you meditate? Sarah thought she was being helpful by sharing. She had no idea she was being studied. Stage 2. The testing phase. Once they've gathered enough information, they start testing your boundaries. Small things at first. They might ask you to do something that doesn't feel right, push against a boundary you've clearly set, create drama and see how you respond. Test whether you'll compromise your values for their approval. This is where most chosen ones get confused because the tests don't look like tests. They look like opportunities to help, to prove your love, to show your flexibility. But here's what's really happening. They're looking for your breaking point. They're searching for the crack in your armor. Because once they find it, they move to stage 3. Stage 3, the exploitation phase. This is where the mask comes off. Now they know exactly how to manipulate you. They know which buttons to push, which guilt trips work, which fears to trigger. They might use your compassion against you, weaponize your past struggles, turn others against you using information you trusted them with, create situations where you look like the problem. And the most dangerous part, they often do this while still smiling, still acting like they care, still pretending to be on your side. But you know what the real tragedy is? Most chosen ones never see it coming because we're taught to look for the good in people. We're taught that love conquers all. We're taught to give people the benefit of the doubt. And they know this. They count on it. Now, you might be thinking, how do I know if someone is in one of these stages with me right now? I'm glad you asked. Because there are 5 warning signs that are impossible to fake. Section 3, the 5 unmistakable warning signs. If someone is plotting against you, they can't help but reveal themselves. The spiritual realm doesn't allow deception to go completely undetected. There are always signs. Always. Warning sign number 1. The energy shift. You feel different around them now. Conversations that used to flow naturally now feel forced. Their hugs feel empty. Their compliments feel hollow. You might be telling yourself you're being too sensitive, but listen to me carefully. Your spirit is never wrong about energy. Never. If someone's energy feels off, it's because it is off. I had a client, Marcus, who told me his best friend's energy suddenly felt sticky around him. That's the word he used, sticky. Like his friend was trying to attach to something or extract something from him. 6 months later, Marcus discovered his friend had been spreading rumors about him at work, trying to sabotage a promotion Marcus was up for. Your spirit knew before your mind did. Warning sign number 2, the information trap. They start asking questions that seem caring but feel invasive. They want to know about your struggles, your fears, your past mistakes. They frame it as concern, but it feels like an interrogation. Here's the test. When you share something vulnerable with them, do you feel lighter or heavier afterward? Do you feel supported or exposed? True friends make you feel safe when you're vulnerable. Predators make you feel like you've given them ammunition. Warning sign number 3, the isolation strategy. They start subtly turning you against other people in your life. They point out flaws in your other relationships. They create doubt about people who genuinely care about you. I don't think she really has your best interests at heart. He seems jealous of your success. Are you sure you can trust them? What they're really doing is clearing the field. They want to be your only source of validation, your only advisor, your only friend. Because isolated chosen ones are easier to control. Warning sign number 4, the spiritual interference. This one is subtle but deadly. They start interfering with your spiritual practices. They mock your faith, question your beliefs, or create chaos during your sacred times. Maybe they always seem to need something right when you're about to pray or meditate. Maybe they dismiss your spiritual experiences as just coincidence or in your head. This isn't accidental. Dark forces work through people to disconnect you from your source, because they know that a chosen one connected to the divine is unstoppable. Warning sign number 5, the mirror effect. This is the most dangerous sign because it's the hardest to detect. They start reflecting your own insecurities back at you. They become a living, breathing reminder of everything you're trying to overcome. If you're working on confidence, they make you feel small. If you're healing from betrayal, they trigger your trust issues. If you're growing spiritually, they make you doubt your experiences. It's like they have a direct line to your shadow self, and they use it to keep you stuck in old patterns. But here's what you need to understand. This mirror effect isn't happening because you're weak. It's happening because you're strong. They're trying to dim your light because it's exposing their darkness. Now, if you're recognizing these signs in someone close to you, I need you to stay with me. Because what I'm about to share next could literally save your life, your sanity, and your calling. Asterisk the psychology behind the AT. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. The people who attack chosen ones aren't evil monsters. Most of them are normal people who are being driven by forces they don't understand. The jealousy trigger. There's a type of jealousy that goes beyond wanting what someone else has. It's called malicious envy, and it's triggered when someone possesses something that the envious person believes they can never have: your peace, your purpose, your connection to the divine, your ability to remain calm in chaos. When someone is living in spiritual poverty, when they're disconnected from their own purpose, their own peace, their own power, your light doesn't inspire them. It torments them, and tormented people do desperate things. Spiritual allergy. Some people are literally allergic to high vibration energy. It makes them uncomfortable, agitated, reactive. Think about how your presence affects different people. With some, you feel like you can be fully yourself. With others, you find yourself dimming your light, toning down your energy, making yourself smaller. That's shrinking you do. That's not respect or humility. That's your spirit trying to prevent a spiritual allergic reaction in someone who can't handle your frequency. But here's the problem. When you constantly dim your light for others, you start to forget how bright you really are. The assignment now. I'm going to tell you something that might sound extreme, but I need you to hear it. Some of the people attacking you aren't just acting on their own jealousy or insecurity. They're carrying out a spiritual assignment. There are forces in the spiritual realm that see your potential, your calling, your destiny, and they're terrified of what you'll become if you fully step into it. So they assign people to distract you, discourage you, derail you. These people might not even know they're being used. They just feel an unexplainable urge to oppose you, to challenge you, to make your life difficult. But here's what these forces don't want you to know. Every attack is actually proof of your importance. You don't get attacked for being insignificant. You get attacked for being powerful. The size of the opposition reveals the size of your calling. If you're under heavy spiritual attack right now, it's because you're on the verge of a breakthrough that will change not just your life, but the lives of everyone you're called to serve. And if that resonates with you, if you're feeling that fire in your chest right now, I want you to comment "I'm ready" below, because what comes next is going to require courage. What comes next is going to require you to step into your power like never before. The counterattack Estiarati Ijwayo, right? Chosen one. You've seen the trap. You've identified the signs. You understand the psychology. Now it's time to fight back. But we're not fighting with their weapons. We're not stooping to their level. We're fighting with spiritual warfare, the kind that dismantles their entire operation without them even knowing what hit them. Strategy number 1. The information blackout first. You cut off their supply line. No more sharing your dreams, your struggles, your plans with people who haven't earned that level of access to your life. I don't care if they're family. I don't care if you've known them for years. I don't care if they seem offended. Information is power, and you don't give power to people who use it against you. Start answering their probing questions with, "I'm handling it," "I'm figuring it out," or "I prefer to keep that private." Watch how they react. People who genuinely care will respect your boundaries. People with hidden agendas will get frustrated. Strategy number 2. The energy audit. You need to start tracking your energy like you track your money. After every interaction, ask yourself, do I feel energized or drained? Do I feel bigger or smaller? Do I feel closer to my purpose or further from it? Your energy is your most precious resource. Stop spending it on people who don't invest it back into your growth. Create an energy budget. Just like you wouldn't keep giving money to someone who never pays you back. Stop giving energy to people who only take. Strategy number 3. The spiritual firewall. This is where you activate divine protection around your life. Every morning, before you interact with anyone, you declare, "I am covered by divine protection. Only what is aligned with my highest good can reach me today. Every weapon formed against me will fail. Every tongue that rises against me in judgment will be condemned." You're not just speaking words, you're activating spiritual law. You're putting the universe on notice that you're under divine protection. And here's what will happen. People with bad intentions will either be blocked from reaching you, or they'll expose themselves so clearly that you'll have no choice but to see them for who they really are. Strategy number 4. The strategic silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. When someone is trying to provoke you, manipulate you, or bait you into drama, stay silent. Silence is not weakness. Silence is power under control. When you refuse to engage with their chaos, you force them to reveal their true nature to others. Let them expose themselves. Let them be the one having a meltdown while you remain calm. Let them be the one spreading lies while you focus on your truth. Your silence will drive them crazy because they need your reaction to fuel their attack. Cut off the fuel and their fire burns out. Strategy number 5. The elevation move. Finally, you rise above their level entirely. You focus so intensely on your purpose, your growth, your calling that you outgrow their ability to affect you. When you're operating at a higher frequency, lower frequency attacks can't reach you. It's like trying to throw stones at an airplane. You're simply too high for their weapons to hit. This is the ultimate protection. Becoming so aligned with your purpose that anything not meant for you simply bounces off. But elevation requires something that most people aren't willing to give: complete commitment to your own transformation. And that's what we're going to talk about next. The transformation Piaortezo Hells. What I've learned after walking with thousands of chosen ones through this process. The attack isn't the real issue. The real issue is who you become as a result of the attack. The 3 levels of Chosen One evolution. Level 1. The victim. This is where most people stay. They recognize the attack, they feel bad about it, but they don't use it as fuel for transformation. They stay stuck in the story of what was done to them. Level 2. The survivor. These people learn to protect themselves. They set boundaries, they cut off toxic people, they create safe spaces. This is good, but it's not enough. Level 3. The victor. This is where you want to be. Victors don't just survive the attack, they use it as a launching pad. Every betrayal becomes wisdom. Every setback becomes a setup. Every attack becomes proof of their calling. Which level are you operating at right now? Be honest. The victors. Mindset shift. Victors understand something that victims and survivors don't. The attack was never about stopping you. It was about preparing you. Think about it. Every great leader in history faced opposition. Every prophet was rejected. Every chosen one was tested. The attack you're facing right now? It's not punishment. It's preparation. You're being forged in the fire so that when you step into your full calling, nothing will be able to shake you. The people attacking you think they're your enemies, but they're actually your trainers. They're strengthening your discernment, your boundaries, your spiritual warfare skills. They're preparing you for the battles you'll face when you're walking in your full power. So here's what I want you to do right now. This is your moment of activation. Your moment of choosing who you're going to be. Stand up if you can. If you can't stand, sit up straight. Take a deep breath and declare with me, I am not a victim of spiritual attack. I am a student of spiritual warfare. Every attack against me is proof of my importance. Every enemy that rises against me is actually training me for my destiny. I refuse to shrink. I refuse to hide. I refuse to dim my light for anyone. I am chosen, I am called, I am covered, and I am ready to step into the fullness of who I was created to be. If you declared that with me, comment I am ready below, because you just activated something in the spiritual realm. You just served notice that you're no longer available for small thinking, small dreams, or small attacks. You're entering a new level, and everyone around you is about to see the difference. Listen, chosen one. The road ahead isn't going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. You were born for this. You were prepared for this. And you're going to win. If this message found you at the right time, if it spoke to something deep in your spirit, I need you to do 3 things. First, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. The content I share here isn't available anywhere else, and you're going to want to be the first to see what comes next. Second, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. There's another chosen one in your life who's under attack right now, and this could be their lifeline. Third, comment below and let me know, what was your biggest takeaway from this message? I read every comment, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Remember, you're not alone in this. You're part of a community of chosen ones who are awakening to their power and stepping into their purpose. Until next time, stay strong, stay vigilant, and stay chosen.